running it successfully. Because once you lock in the core skills, it'll make your life a bunch easier. Whereas obviously with your job, all you do is just trade your time for money. And literally it's just slavery. It's the exact same conditions, because the only difference between slavery now, slavery back then, is your paycheck. Other than that, it's literally the exact same thing. The paycheck, because you get to choose what you eat, choose where you live, and basically choose what you do on the weekend. And think about it like this. You've only got 80 days a year to relax, to enjoy yourself, to, do what you want, but it doesn't have to be that way. Obviously, if you run an online business, make money online, like I do, you can treat every day as a Sunday. Imagine getting a Sunday every day on your calendar. Also, the best thing is that you have less stuff you got to worry about taxes. Obviously, you got tax bills, but there's better ways around it than just literally losing so much money every single month to the government. Hold up, let me just swap this again. It's been a while since I've actually done this, but the thing that I'm saying is that you trade your time for money. The government gets a third of your time and a third of your money. Your employer gets your time. They control over your schedule, whenever you want to take jobs, whenever you want to obviously get paid more. They take your time. They take your time away from your family, away from your kids, away from anyone important in your life. That's why it is so important that you guys get out. Also, that's not even to explain the cost of living crisis, or even to explain what it is like when it comes to, obviously, if you got kids, I know you want to spend time with your kids, but you can't because you're working 60, 80, 100 hours a week, just trying to get by, trying to say upfront on mortgage payments, maybe even trying to buy a house. But you and I both know it's impossible in these days, because if you live in Australia, somewhere like I do, a basic house, or basically a cardboard box of a house, is about $600,000. That's any house that's actually decent is $800,000 or more. I don't know what it's like in the UK. I'm assuming it's the exact same thing, but that's what I'm getting at, because everything is going up. Everything is infinitely going up to the end of time. That's just because of inflation as well. Inflation likes to bring things up. Inflation likes to cost things more, because the government can just basically print money from thin air, basically make it appear, basically every time you want to borrow, they make the money appear into your account out of absolutely nowhere. And then obviously inflation just starts to skyrocket. They always say it's between 2 and 3%, but you and I both know that that's an absolute lie, because obviously look at what happens. Like if you live in Australia, the UK, look at the amount of price of fuel over the last few months. Fuel's gone up 50%. And it's like, bro, what is going on? But that's why you need control over your life. That's why you need to control every single element of what you can and what you can't do, because that's just going to make all the difference long term. Because if you think about it, what would you rather be working, maybe 4 hours a day, running content, maybe doing a bit of messaging, that's about it, and then just obviously focusing on delivery? Or would you rather just sit by, be like, yes, boss, no, boss, and just completely be stuck in that humiliation ritual? Remember, what do you have to put on? You're literally someone else's slave. You got their name on you. You work for them. If you say anything out of line, you either get in trouble, you get audited, or you possibly lose your job. You have absolutely no self-control over what you can and can't do, nor what you can and can't say.